Yes, Sir Hairless here. Today we are back with VoicePlay, and this is Christmas Don't Be Late, the Chipmunk song. This was a Patreon request, so thank you for this one. Now, I didn't know the song. I thought it was just called Christmas Don't Be Late, so I went to listen to the original, and I was amazed to find out that it was originally by Alvin and the Chipmunks. And VoicePlay have appropriately titled their video The Christmas Song. The Christmas song? The Chipmunk song, Christmas Don't Be Late. The original, it's from the late 1950s. I have never seen anything to do with Alvin and the Chipmunks. There were some fairly recent animated films as well. They're very famous, and as someone who's never actually seen them, I'm well aware of their voices, which I assume are very famous, and they were made by Sped Up Audio. We know VoicePlay can definitely do these voices, such as we saw in the Oogie Boogie song. I know that was incredible, more of a spooky song, but it was from The Nightmare Before Christmas, so maybe you could check it out if you haven't seen that already, card up here, and it could pass as a Christmas song. So I'm curious as to what they will do here. Will it be overly silly, like that, trying to imitate the Chipmunks? Will they take a more musical approach and be humans? I don't know, and I want to find out, so let's get straight into it. Their guest singer this time is DJ Young, whom we saw in their cover of the Michael Jackson classic, The Way You Make Me Feel. The card for my reaction to that one will be up here if you're interested.
Alright, Chipmunks, are you ready to sing this song?
You know we are.
Yeah, let's sing it now.
Alright, Simon?
All right.
Alright, Theodore?
All right.
Alright, Alvin? Alvin?
Alvin! Christmas, Christmas time is near. Time for toys and time for cheer. We've been good, but we can last. Hurry, Christmas, hurry fast. Want a plane that loops the loop. Me, I want a hula hoop. We can hardly stand the wait. Please, Christmas, don't be late.
Guys, that was excellent. Simon, great work. Theodore, impressed.
Naturally.
Alvin, stop riffing so much and stick to the music.
Don't be late. Christmas, Christmas time is here. So listen for those 9 reindeer. It's been tough, but we've been good. So bring us presents like you should. A brand new bottle of hair gel.
Bright green dress like Tinkerbell.
Oh, we can hardly stand the wait. Please, Christmas, don't be late.
Don't be late.
Don't make us anticipate. Please, Christmas, don't be late.
Christmas, Christmas, please.
Key change. We're about halfway, actually. That was quick, wasn't it? I think this is a very, very fun one. It's quite fast-paced, and I don't want to interrupt the flow, so I'm just going to do a quick pause, but VoicePlay are usually fine with copyright, so I'll just say a few thoughts before I forget, and then we'll carry on to the end, and then do the analysis afterwards. I really like the set. It's a nice one, isn't it? Oop, I just went back to this freeze frame. Beautiful, Jeff. Beautiful. But yeah, the set, really nice. And we have, obviously, the 3 Chipmunks, Simon, Ellie, Theodore, DJ, and Alvin is Caesar. Lane, I think, is playing their father, if we find the original, which I watched a few times before this. So I think that's Lane there. Don't know who Jeff is, the instrument, the bass. Alvin, I suspect, is quite mischievous, perhaps. In the original, they do shout his name a few times. I just went to do my daily shop, and I was listening to it on Spotify on repeat in preparation for this, and the shouting was stressing me out just a little bit.
Alvin! Alvin!
So when it started and we had Caesar in the background filming, and then he kind of looks away.
Are you ready to sing this song?
I thought this was a mistake, that they just kind of caught him maybe filming a behind the scenes or something, but then it all made sense.
Alvin.
A very nice musical dominant 7th chord harmonic preparation rather than the shouting that I showed in the original. All right, let's carry on. We'll go from DJ's really nice run, showing off that incredibly high set, pure sounding voice that I spoke about in The Way You Make Me Feel.
Hey, please, Christmas, don't be late.
Christmas, Christmas, please be quick. We just can't wait for old Saint Nick.
We've been kind all through the year, so put your sleigh in.
So put your sleigh in.
A tweet from us could make me grin. Front row seats to Hamilton. We can hardly stand the wait. Please, Christmas, don't be late. we're asking you straight away to put your sleigh in the sky and fly. We can hardly wait.
We can hardly stand the wait. Please, Christmas, don't be.
Please say you won't be. Wrap my presents 'cause I've been so great. Please, Christmas, don't be.
I've been so wonderful.
We can hardly stand the wait. Please, Christmas, don't be.
Don't be late. Don't be late. Don't be late. Don't be.
Christmas, don't be late.
Christmas, don't be
Late.
Great job, chipmunks. Even you, Alvin. Now let's try it with some helium.
Alvin, Christmas, Christmas time is near. Time for toys and time for cheer. We've been good, but we can last. Hurry, Christmas, hurry fast.
Who did this arrangement? Incredible arrangement. Who did that? Jeff Castellucci and Chris Diaz. And additional music and lyrics by Jeff Castellucci. Yeah, they definitely added in a fair bit there, especially the second half. That kind of went on a completely different harmonic journey. The original song is quite repetitive, and I think VoicePlay did such a good job here in keeping it repetitive, again, at least for the first half. But as we so often see them do, just adding these little nuances, these little quirks here and there for some variety to keep things engaging, exciting. I don't know what that Hamilton quip was, so comment down below. If I had to guess it, oh, hang on, DJ Young. I think people talk. Wait, let me confirm. Yeah, DJ Young. He was in the touring company with Hamilton, wasn't he? Okay, that's very nice. I guess he was doing Hamilton at the time, so that's very nice of VoicePlay to promote their guest singer. And what a voice DJ Young has. We'll get back to that at the end. So let's go and do some analysis. I really, really liked the arrangement. It grew on me as it went on, and I know that the more we kind of deviated from the original song, the original structure, the original harmonic progression, all those kind of things, maybe you would not have liked that and you would have preferred it to have stayed quite similar to the original. But there were a lot of really cool things there that I just really liked. Like I said, first half, there wasn't too much variety overall. I'll probably point out a few things, but I want to focus on the second half of that one. Nice opening, the very nice effect that we've seen them do before. We saw a similar thing in Shaboom. Another famous song from the 50s, so that must be their 50s go-to effect. And we do get nice harmony, but also very, very dissonant. There, oh, the chord inherently is hinting at a suspended fourth, but we actually hear something like... That sounds nicer on the online keyboard for some reason. And we do still have the rich bass in there, quite low down, but they're only just showing 3 parts, which makes sense. Introduce us to the 3 chipmunks first. And yes, when I call them chipmunks, of course, that's because they're playing chipmunks, not because I think they look like chipmunks, but we all know that, so I don't need to say that.
You ready to sing this song?
You know we are.
Yeah, let's sing it now.
All right, Simon?
All right.
All right.
Nice little introduction as well, quite entertaining. We have a consistent musical flow in the background. As I mentioned before, a nice dominant 7th chord, preparing us for the 5-1 perfect cadence into the start.
Alvin.
Alvin, Christmas, Christmas time is near.
And then things kick off. Very, very energetic, consistent beat. Jeff's bass part, a lot of rhythmic energy there as well. Also, Lane's character. I showed the cartoon version, but there were clips actually of real life footage here. So that would be Lane, and there are the chipmunks.
Okay, Alvin.
Just in case anyone wasn't aware, like I wasn't. So why does this sound so much more rhythmic than the original? Simply put, the original is in 3/4. We can think of it kind of like a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. VoicePlay, do it in common time, 4 beats in a bar.
Christmas, Christmas time is near.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Much less of a bouncy feel, a bit more cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, quicker offbeats, and that really keeps the flow going and just gives it a whole new kind of modernized energy. Suits VoicePlay's style very, very well. And overall, harmonically, things are not complicated, but they just add in the occasional dissonance or clash like here.
For toys and time for
Which again acts as a suspension.
cheer. We've been good, but we can last.
in the original song, when I was listening to it, walking down the road, I was thinking, this is a song where one part just sings the same note, and then it might change, sing the same note, and we do get that in the top of the 3-part chipmunk harmony. And as I always say, when we have one static part, whether it be like a drone in the bass or inverted at the top, as the other parts move and the harmony changes, it will cause dissonance and then resolve. I won't point out every example. Like I say, the first half is fairly harmonically standard. We don't see too much variation, but it's little things like that that do add some variety in some sense. Play that. There's the classic VoicePlay rhythmic manipulation. Full homophony here, everyone singing the same words at the same time as each other, but also the bass and the beat as well. And it's the beat here in lane that you don't normally see just going on the strong beats. And surprise, surprise, what's the effect? To me, I think it's just energy, just a lot of energy.
We can hardly stand the wait, please Christmas, don't be late.
Then DJ gets his verse, and following on from the point I was just talking about, homophony, here they have it again, and they also have rhythmic manipulation with that that I was speaking about just before that. One naturally exaggerates the other because they are similar in the rhythmic urgency, but also the opposite in terms of their actual execution, one being on the strong beats versus the off beats.
It's been tough, but we've been good, so bring us presents like you should. A brand new bottle of hair gel.
And then a bit more variety now by going, ha, ha, in the background. And overall, it's quite comical. I mean, they're chipmunks, but again, we have this Jeff bit.
Bright green dress like Tinkerbell.
And I love how all the other parts are reduced in the background, quieter, and then this rich basso profundo voice, very ironically acting and talking like a little fairy. And then this bit just before we did our kind of halfway pause, if you find it catchy, I would bet it's because of the descending chromatic line. Okay, key change into the second half. Things get much more interesting or different or unexpected.
Christmas, Christmas, please be quick. We just can't wait for old Saint Nick.
A nice little tick-tock going on in the background. I'm not quite sure why Caesar was doing this face. This must be an inside joke or something from Alvin and the Chipmunks that I'm not aware of. So please do let me know down below if you know.
Christmas, Christmas, please be quick. We just
Yeah, there. And here's another great example of the top part of the 3-part harmony that just does not move, and it just creates this rich harmony, the dissonances and the consequential resolves.
We've been kind all through the year, so put your sleigh in.
Again, this is a case where every single line or verse, no, line, there's going to be variation, there's going to be things different. So there's no point me trying to point them all out. You can hear them for yourselves and see them for yourselves. The first real change of everything, structurally, harmonically, follows on from another one of these moments. True homophony.
And hardly stand the wait, please Christmas, don't be late.
Quite obvious harmony change there.
Snow is on the ground, candies and music all around.
Now, I think this is the additional music section. I do not recall hearing this in the original song. I don't know if this is taken from something else or if it's a nod to something else. Again, if you do know, please let me know in the comments. And it's interesting they've done this, but not surprising. The song in itself inherently is a very repetitive song. VoicePlay, they are so creative with all their arrangements. They could take a single word on a single note and probably create the most interesting medley we've ever seen out of it. So I don't doubt that they could have just kept introducing different types of variety, but my guess, and again, tell me if you know otherwise, if VoicePlay have spoken about this before, but my guess is that when they had the core song, the original song, they had changed it from triple time to common time. They wanted to keep that rhythmic energy going and the kind of consistency. Adding in a whole new section is almost like an excuse to have something that's just completely different, or at least it limits how much the original song is transformed.
Music all around.
And the harmonies, as I was listening to this, I was thinking this is very musical theatre. I've not seen Hamilton. I have recently seen the Wicked film, not the stage play. And at the time of recording, I also recently saw Moana 2 in the cinema. So I've had quite a bit of exposure to the modern musical. I'm not really familiar with the modern musical. And there are musical tropes and certain harmonic progressions and stylistic choices that you do see across them. I guess you can think of it like fashion. Clothes, fashion, sense changes. Why can't musical fashion change? And the musical theatre world is a fairly niche thing. I say niche in the grand scheme of things. A lot of these musicals are known by absolutely everyone in the world. Anyway, so that I thought was interesting. And I don't know if DJ Young has had much or any input here. And I know VoicePlay are known as the theatre kids of a cappella. But there were some cases here that were a bit more musical theatre than I've seen before.
Asking you straight away to put your sleigh in the sky and fly.
There. That right there. I am sure that harmonic progression has been used so many times in other musicals. I mean, not exactly, but if you just played me this 5 seconds of music.
To put your sleigh in the sky and fly.
The harmonic progression in itself is unexpected, but it's that suspension as well at the top.
Sky and fly.
We're in D. So unlike the usual 4-3 suspension we hear, where note 4 moves to note 3, we instead have note number 2 moving to 1. A bit less commonly seen and a bit more musical theatre in my opinion. I did like this bit.
We can hardly wait.
And now Jeff starts singing, so the bass part is removed. They're not multi-tracking it, but what do we have very subtly in the background? And that chromatic line that I said is very catchy earlier.
We can hardly stand the way, please Christmas don't be.
Please say you won't be.
There, hemiola, 3 beats played in the space of 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bit more rhythmic variety. I can't remember if we've had a hemiola before or not, but this is the first extremely obvious one. It's the only thing we're hearing at this moment, which leads into a crazy effect by Lane.
Please say you won't be. Wrap my presents 'cause I've been so great. Please Christmas don't be.
Things are getting a bit mad, and then this was the part where things started to make me inside just go, whoa.
Please Christmas don't be.
I have no idea what to expect now. The harmony is unexpected. We've moved to homophony, but rhythmic augmentation, so the notes are longer than we would expect them to be. It's slowing down. It's becoming bigger, fuller. And then DJ Young, I mean, what is that voice? Incredible. Mad. Nearly as high as your typical chorister is expected to sing. No doubt he can go much, much higher.
Christmas don't be late.
There, the hemiola returns, ch 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 ch. But this time, everyone's starting in the same point. Jeff moving down, the other part's moving up or sideways. So, opening up.
Christmas don't be late.
Emphasis on the parallel movement there, which is kind of archaic and quite out of sync with what we've been hearing so far. So, again, just this unexpected difference.
Christmas don't be
Great job, chipmunks. Even you, Alvin.
And then I like their little jibe about the helium at the end.
Now let's try it with some helium.
They look shocked, but I know all of you want to see them do it on helium as well. Woo, that has really injected some energy into me. I thought it was great, really, really fun. The second half just completely different and unexpected. The first half very consistent, but just I just didn't really want it to end. I'll go back and listen to it as usual. I'm sure I've missed many, many things. Like I said before, let me know down in the comments if there's anything contextual or little jokes or stuff that I have not understood. And if you enjoyed it, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My drink of choice is the classic hot chocolate. You can donate me 1 or 2 at the Buy Me a Coffee linked below. And if you want to see exclusive content not available on YouTube, you can do so by joining the Patreon linked on the screen now, and I will see you next time.